Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In this video we'll be talking about how you can get Unreal in Reload Ranked and how you can get it as fast as possible. Before we get into the video, make sure to drop a like and subscribe so we can hit that 1000 sub mark. So let's get right into it. We'll be dividing the video into 3 sections. So first of all, we'll be talking about early game, then mid game, and then end game, and what you need to do in these different stages to get as many points as possible. So let's start off with early game. In early game, it's really important that you know your drop. So me, for example, I always land at the same house until the towers. I know the spot, I know where the loot spawns are, I know where the chests are, and I know where other people usually drop, and also how to get the best drop for that house. So that's the first thing you need to be able to do. Get a good drop for a spot you know, and then loot as quickly as possible to get a shotgun, get some shields, and get an AR. That's really everything you need. Maybe you get a grappler and some other stuff, that's really good. But for the start, that's the weapons you need to be able to fight. Then if you are keen on fighting, you want to get some quick kills, which does help a lot with ranking up, so I do recommend playing aggressive at reload. You respawn anyways, so try to go for kills, but you want to be a bit smart about kills because you don't want to lose your loot, right? So the first thing you want to do is clear your house. If you're in a big house and tilted, there'll be other people in that house. So first of all, kill everyone in that house. And then work your way from the inside out. So you want to start with buildings that are close by or areas that are close by, and then go to further areas. That prevents you from getting sandwiched in between a lot of people. So you always want to start with the guy right next to you, then the next guy, and then the next guy, and that way you don't just run into the middle of the city and then get fought by everyone and you have no chance. That's really everything you want to do in early game. Get some kills and save your loot. And for reload, I also do recommend playing duos because you do respawn quicker, because in squads you need to wait around half a minute, so it takes quite long to respawn. It's not that fun because you don't respawn that quick, and that way you won't get that many points because you're not able to get kills during that time. So try to play reload duos if you want to rank up quickly. Before we get any further into the video, I want to tell you more about Esport X. This is a training platform for anyone that wants to improve at Fortnite. In the website you have 3 sections. First of all, you can fill out this questionnaire to get your own custom training plan. Next, you have a own coach. So that means you can upload videos of your gameplay and you'll get feedback on that. And lastly, you have a full learning area with tons of videos, tons of programs you can join to learn more about fighting, strategy, how to play duos, really everything you need to know to reach the next level in Fortnite. This is the first link in the description. Make sure to check it out and use code CoachPhilip for 10% off. Now, let's hop on over to mid-game. This is where you really want to be looking for fights, smart fights, and just staying in zone and keeping your loot. Because if you do die in mid-game, it'll be hard to get back that loot. There might be some scraps laying around. So make sure you go for smart fights. So that means push someone from high ground, push someone being aggressive. You don't want to be pushed, you want to be the one pushing. So you want to spray the guy first, already get that initial damage, because the weapons in reload are hit scan, so that means if you're on the guy, you'll hit them, and not bullet drop and travel time like in normal games. In ranked, it's easier to get tags at the start of the fight, so just get your AR out, try to get 60 damage, 90 damage, and then you can instantly try to grapple, shockwave, bounce pad onto the guy to finish the kill quick. So you want to move very fast. And make sure you do carry some sort of rotation item so you can finish the kills quick. So make them weak, start the fight off from an advantage, then go to them quick and finish off the kill. Ideally play together with your duo, and then you can get those kills really quick. And those kill points will really get you a lot of rank, and especially if you're not dying and you're surviving here, you will probably make it to a good position at endgame as well. Now, let's say you do die. What do you do? Because you don't want to keep flying down on the same guy, you know, you'll just get killed over and over again. The only time you do want to land on the same guy that just killed you again is if your duo is still fighting. So let's say your team is fighting against another team and you die. So your mate has to now fight 2 people. If he manages to do that for quite some time and doesn't run away, then of course you want to land back down on him. Maybe he can give you some quick loot, or you can get the loot that you had before, and then you can continue that 2v2 because you don't want to leave him alone there, right? So that's the only situation where you do want to fly back down on the enemy, or maybe if he's really weak and you respawn quick, you know he has no heals, then you could think about that as well. But if that's not the case, then just try to land somewhere else, land on the loot drop, land on some scrap loot in mid game, and try to get a bit of loot back, and then you can try to go for a kill to get full loot back from that kill. Now, you hopefully still have your good loot, you're both alive, and you're going into endgame. This is where your position is a bit more important. Before this, you just wanted to get in zone, not die to zone. Zone doesn't take for much anyway, so it's not really that important what you do here. But now you want to have a good position because the zone gets smaller and smaller. So, to get a good position, number one, high ground. As you already know if you've been watching my videos, always try to play high ground if possible. So just be on a mountain, be on some elevated area if possible. And number two is go for early rotates. So if you've made it to endgame, you want to keep going for early rotates in these smaller zones so you get in the zone before everybody else. Then you can establish a good position and spray everyone that's getting into zone. And that's the next thing. You want to just pressure everybody. You don't want to do any dumb moves. You don't want to jump into someone you might die to because it's already top 3. You don't want to risk that. So you just really want to pressure these people, maybe get a free kill from long range, or pressure them and then the other team pushes them so they get the kill. So make sure you keep the advantageous position, stay early, stay on high ground, and then you can pressure the other people into fighting or get kills on long range, and then you just have to eliminate the last people. What you have to be really careful about in endgame is that a lot of people play snipers, so you definitely don't want to be over peeking if you're spraying people on long range. So make sure you don't peek out too much if you know the guy has a sniper. Be very careful about that. I hope you learned a lot, and I'll see you in the next one.